Welcome back everybody to Shooting Gallery New England. We appreciate you swinging by. Don't forget to make sure you hit that like button and hit subscribe. Also, there's a notification bell in your right hand corner of the screen. Make sure you hit that to be notified when a new video is going live. Today we got a special video. In light of this pandemic, crisis, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of new gun owners in the country, and a lot of times people are kind of unsure how to operate or even make sure they're using a firearm safe. Today we're going to learn how to successfully operate and handle a semi-automatic rimfire pistol. So what a semi-automatic means for every pull of the trigger pull, a new round will be ejected and semi-automatically will be gone into battery. So you don't have to manually cock the hammer or striker and load and unload the pistol. It does it semi-automatically. It's not like a single action revolver where you have to pull the trigger each time. I have one to demonstrate for you here. I'm going to step off screen. Now, I might have another video on how to safely operate a single action revolver. Now a single action, it's one action of the trigger. So you pull the hammer back, and this is safely unloaded, guys, just so you know. You pull the trigger, the hammer back, and then release, and that's one action. Semi-automatic is meaning that, I'm going to place this over here off screen real quickly. Semi-automatic means for one pull of the trigger pull, so say, and there's nothing in the chamber, I'm going to go over that in just a second how to check, but for demonstration purposes, you pull the trigger, striker goes, automatically it's going to do that action semi-automatic. It's going to successfully unload, eject, and load the next cartridge, so you don't have to manually do it each time. So that's what it means by semi-automatic. Now, this is a Ruger Mark IV target pistol. Now, there is a bunch of safety features that we're going to go over because a lot of new gun owners, even if they don't have a 9, they don't have a Glock, rimfire is where some people will start because rimfire has little to no recoil. Ammunition is cheap and plentiful where you're able to stack it deep. So, first off, we're going to make sure this is completely unloaded. The best way to do that is, first of all, you got to know your 4 safety rules. You want to be able to follow the 3 safety rules of firearm safety. There's a bunch of others that the NRA can go into, but we're going to focus on 3 for today. One is treat every firearm as if it was loaded. Do not point the firearm at anything you don't wish to destroy. And third and finally, you want to know your target and what's beyond it. So, knowing that my target disposition, this is going into the woods, I'm pointing it into a safe direction. That is another rule. Point the firearm in a safe direction. Meaning this handgun is pointing towards the wall into the woods, so that means this is pointed in a safe direction. And then the same way, I'm in my apartment today, guys, because the weather's kind of and I want to at least get better lighting and stuff like that, so you guys have an idea of how to act on this firearm, how to function it, and stuff like that. So this also is pointing in safe directions, going into the woods outside. Now, first thing you want to do, whenever you're going to, especially with a rimfire, you want to make sure you drop the mag. You press this button right here, usually on Rugers, or if you have like a Smith & Wesson Victory or any type of firearm, it's going to always kind of be right hand dominant, so lefties, I do apologize. It's usually right below the trigger. I'm going to point this up here. Push this button right here, and that is the mag release. So you make sure the mag is unloaded, this is. Now, next thing you want to make sure is always once you drop the mag, again, point in a safe direction, pull this part back. This is your charging handle. Pull your charging handle back, and you're not going to see it right now, but pull the charging handle back and then lift up your slide stop, which is right here. So, watch out for the slide bite, guys. This thing will prick you real good. So this is your slide stop. So, pull it back, hit this, and now your charging handle is completely locked back. Now, you can look into the chamber, and there is nothing. Let's make sure you can kind of see the focus. There you go. There's nothing loaded in the chamber, and there's no magazine in the firearm. So now, this firearm is safely unloaded. Now with most rimfires, one thing that you should definitely be aware of is that when you have the magazine out of the gun, you are going to have, for the most part, a dead trigger. Some manufacturers might have a little bit different safety feature, but it is considered a safety. Now, this has an ambidextrous safety, so I'm going to push it from the next side. You're going to see this lever go up. That is how you actuate the physical safety on a rimfire. This is just using a Mark IV as an example. Now, if I insert the magazine, again, with this being pointed in a safe direction, okay, the magazine is inserted. Now, I'm going to drop the slide, or drop the charge, I'm going to go this with the slide. It's a little bit different of how the design is made. So, technically the striker is now set back to the ready position. We're going to take the safety off, and we're going to pull the trigger in a safe direction. Now, if I were to drop the mag again, I'm going to put this in my pocket here for a second, charge the pistol, as you can see, it is not going to fire. Every safety is a mechanical device. Mechanical devices are meant to fail. They're going to fail at some point. Now, Ruger, on a lot of their handguns, are going to have a magazine disconnect safety. I recommend every gun owner kind of know the ins and outs of that, so that's why I'm making sure I'm going over it in this video. So, now with that out of the way, always make sure when you're handling your firearm, you're not really handling live ammunition just because you don't want something going off. Now, we're going to go over how to load a rimfire magazine. Rimfire mags are a little bit different, so as you can see here, this is a 10 round mag. Most of them, depending on what make and model, you're going to have this little follower that you can pull down while you can assist in loading the magazine. Now we're going to be using snap caps. These are considered dummy rounds, and this allows you to safely operate the action of any firearm in whatever caliber you have it in. These just happen to be a 22 long rifle. Now, when I'm going to load this, you're going to push this down to initiate the first round. Pull it down, and there you go. Now it's fully seated in the magazine, and then at the same time, with this little lip back here, make sure the rim of the rimfire round, pull this down and load it in just like that. So now there are 2 rounds loaded. Now, pointing in a safe direction, I'm going to demonstrate how a semi-automatic rimfire will work. Now, take the magazine, insert it in the bottom of the gun. Now, it is on safe, safety is off. Tape your finger off the trigger. Always, the good thing with handguns, no matter if it's a rimfire or a centerfire pistol, when you go to get a purchase on it, keep your index finger or your trigger finger right above the trigger guard on the frame like that. So it's linear with the frame. My trigger finger is nowhere in the trigger guard, as you can see. Now, we're going to take your thumb and your index finger, pull it back. Now there's 1 round, and it's a dummy round, live in the chamber. Now, again, we're going to actuate the trigger with this being a dummy round. Okay, so since there's no live round, it's not going to show the action going back. Now, what I'm going to do is eject that first round and demonstrate how a semi-automatic works. It would fire, pull back, that old round is ejected, and then it goes back. New round is in the magazine. Now, I'm going to release the trigger. You hear that reset, and then it's ready to go again. Then it would eject that last round. And now there is a last round bolt open. Depending on the make and model, it might not have it with the magazine. Most rimfires, you will see that. So, to make this completely safe, you want to make sure you press, let's flip this around, you want to make sure you press the magazine release button. So you press that button with your thumb or your index finger, the mag will drop out. Now, this firearm is 100% safe and unloaded. Alright, now, with rimfires, you're going to get a whole bunch of malfunctions just because it's a dirty round. You might get occasional stovepipes. I can't demonstrate it with those particular dummy rounds, but meaning what it would be is, again, there's no ammunition in the chamber nor the magazine. Pretty much what it is you're going to get a round stuck between the chamber wall and the bolt to where, let's see if I can kind of demonstrate this, to where this is how it's going to look with the dummy round or a live ammo stovepiping, meaning the whole casing is outside of this chamber wall, and all you have to do is rack the slide and it is completely cleared. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to kind of close this video out. This is one of many series that we're going to go over on how to work certain firearms actions with the new gun owners. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to safely operate and understand the action of a rimfire semi-automatic pistol. We're going to have a lot more videos coming out this way of different firearms action types and how they successfully work. So we'll see you soon, everybody. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we will see you soon. Have a good one.